So I've decided what to do with this place. I've decided to finally move my nether portal. It will not be outside, it'll be right here. It'll occupy this 5 by however it needs to be in order to function properly, and it will be right here with these stairs. I'm taking out the ceiling so as to add some decoration, and around here I'm going to make the stairs start to split out and come back. And there's going to be like a little railing, and the water from the fountain above is going to come right down here onto the beacon, and I'm going to do something with that. Probably have it cascade down into like a trough area around here. I think that'd be pretty cool. Anyway, so in order to make that a reality, I got to do the tedious work of chiseling out this ceiling as high as it'll go, which is how high I decided to make it. So I'll be back. Okay, so here it is. This is the height I'll be having. Almost, actually. There will be a slight difference. I am going to be putting some sort of raised thing, so I'm going to be putting stairs along the top of here. Upside down stairs. I'm thinking of going for like a wood feel. Like to have some columns of possibly jungle or dark oak or something going up along here every now and again. Ooh, jungle would be pretty cool, actually. I have an idea for that now. And it would just be coming up, and it would extend all the way over here. And I'd probably actually make this wall just keep on going here to the nether portal and just have like an opening that you can just come in through here or something like that. So I think that'll be cool. But yeah, that means I gotta get a lot of wood in order to do that. And I also gotta hollow out these walls here. Just take it back one. And then I've also got to shape the stairs around here because I like having this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide path. And here I only have 1, 2, so I gotta go 3 more that way, 3 more that way. And actually 4 more that way because I gotta take this out and make it a flat thing so I can put some sort of railing there so that people don't accidentally fall in. It'd be actually pretty cool to have a glass railing going around. Ooh, I'm just having more ideas as I'm explaining this, but that's how progress works, right? Progress. That's how things happen, right? So then I got to worry about the lighting situation, and I'm thinking about putting lighting in the walls, kind of like how I have these torches here, but actually make it more official looking thing. And yeah, I don't know how that's going to affect this part. But maybe I can try to continue the theme up here or something. Or just have it stop right here and have this be just regular cobblestone, basement-y type thing. Anyway, so I gotta get to that. I gotta hollow this out and I gotta get some wood, so I'll be back again. Okay, so I moved my nether portal down here. And I got these jungle wood blocks lined up as you go up the stairs. You can't hardly see it. I am going to add some lighting here and there, but yeah, so as you come up the stairs, you come down the stairs, you just got them spaced out a bit, and then the in-between is going to be walls and details and stuff, and the top of here is going to be stairs. I was originally thinking of doing oak stairs because I have a lot of oak wood, but I still have all this jungle wood left over. I can probably do jungle stairs across the top. I may try that. Anyway, I wanted to show off this progress that I had made. I went ahead and widened this like I said I would and dug out the walls so as to make a kind of round shape. And I'm going to have something to prevent you from falling in here. Some sort of grating. I was thinking of digging this out and putting glass all the way around it. I thought that might be pretty cool. So I may try that. And then you can have the water flowing down through the glass as the beam goes up, and then to have this little fountain thing down there. So that's an idea. And I'm still contemplating whether I want to dig out this entire ceiling or not, just to make it as tall as everything else, and I may very well do that. But for right now, I'm going to go ahead and try out some jungle wood stairs up on top here, and if I don't like that, I'll try like oak wood or something like that. And then I got to figure out what I want to do for the walls. Huh. I have found myself stuck. There's no button. Lever. Pressure plate. Redstone block. Of ore, I mean. Or anything. I'm in this mysterious building. Let me show you what it looks like on the outside. I'll have to break myself out. It has vines growing. And it looks like a pretty wonderful building. It even has an item stream. Water powered, of course. With a hopper down here. I'm not entirely certain what it's supposed to be. Accidentally tossed items retrieval. But there's nothing in it. I'm not entirely certain, but it's around the farm area, so I suspected it had something to do with farms, but I couldn't find anything growing that you would really harvest other than possibly these vines. Anyway, the reason I came here was to get some cocoa beans. I won't need this many, but I don't know exactly how many I need. I've already run the farms, and we're pretty full on a lot of things. So we gotta figure out what we want to do with this kind of stuff. Anyway, I noticed something I hadn't seen before, and that's all these trees over here. This barn has also come along pretty nicely. But it's really loud. And here's another portal, which is convenient, because we need to go back to our base. Ah, it's in blue line. I'll have to keep that in mind. Okay, so yeah, I got some cocoa beans because there's a piece of decoration I want to put on the path I've been working on. And it's not totally finished, but it's pretty close there, so I'm going to leave it for this episode. But I wanted to show off what I'd done, and then I wanted to talk about plans for something else for 1.9. Of course, I still need to redo my nether tunnel. Because I've extended this. And I think... See, I do not have any kind of beacon effect. Ooh, I need to repair my chest piece. But, if I come over here, and I wait, and I wait, and I wait, huh. It's been the case whenever I've been coming out of this nether portal that I've had the speed effect. Oh, you know what? Never mind. I know what that is. So I've been confused because whenever I go into the nether lately, since I moved my portal in the nether, I've had a speed beacon effect, and I was wondering if I was close to another beacon in the nether, but then I realized the effect from this just hasn't worn off because I no longer have to walk away from its effect. Anyway, so check this out. I got these jungle pillars things, and I got the wall here. So I've also got this central thing. This is the fountain from above flowing down. Let's actually take a more proper look at that down here. So I had to do some block manipulation to get the water to flow all the way over, but it has its own little trough, and I'll probably decorate this a little bit more later. But yeah, I think it looks pretty sweet. That's just my opinion, though. Anyway, so observe the walls. I was pretty particular about how I designed these walls. It may look random, but it's actually not. This is the digits of pi, represented as cracked stone brick, regular brick, mossy brick, and chiseled. And I decided that the digits of pi would be represented going down in a diagonal pattern all the way to the bottom, and then starting over here and doing the same thing. And then once I reach there, I would do here, starting at this next block down, and I would just repeat the process back and forth, left and right, and going down a row each time. And the digits of pi, as there was only 4 blocks there, 4 blocks to choose from, and I did it in base 10. And I did that by saying that the digits 1, 2, 3 were represented by one block, 4, 5, 6 by a second block, 7, 8, 9 by a third block, and 0 was represented by the chisel block, because that would seem to me to be the block you do not want to have too much of, but the others would make more sense. So I just followed the digits of pi, and it came out pretty nice. Quite a lot of digits of pi going through to do all this, I suppose. Anyway, that's only on that side. To fill in this rest here, I just did whatever I thought looked natural. But that's why I have these cocoa beans, because I wanted to try out some lighting. Instead of having these torches here, I wanted to put cocoa beans, because they have lighting levels, right? And if this doesn't work out, I may have to do the whole item frame trick. Should it be down there? Should it be on the bottommost? I think it might actually look better on the bottom. Hold on a second. What's my lighting level? My lighting level is 1. That's coming. That might be coming from that. I thought these things emitted light. Maybe they only do that whenever they're more fully grown. That's possible. So I'll have to wait for that. Okay, almost done with this part. And of course I don't want to remove the torches here because mobs can actually spawn on that. No light, seriously? I have bone meal. Can I grow you with bone meal? I can. Alright, huh? Check it out, check it out. I went ahead and did the whole item frame trick, except I used nether brick fence, because I thought it looked like a cool enough holder for the torches. And with these, I think he's growing. They'll get done growing here soon. They grow pretty fast. I think this looks pretty cool. Just take a look. Oh yeah. And you know what? I think this can be my screenshot. Yep, I think that works. Alright. So, anyway, that thing I wanted to discuss, an idea I had regarding 1.9, it strikes me that I will not be coming up here all too often because my access to the Nether portal, and thus the rest of the world, is pretty much all in the basement. Okie dokie, so, now that I don't have the Nether portal over here, I don't have as much an excuse to go outside, I need to have some reason to do so, and I was thinking about that. There's actually a pretty good thing I can do, maybe right around here. I want to install another beacon for starters. Max distance away while still giving full speed coverage. So I was thinking of building a tower that intercepts this path wherever that happens to be, and the beam can shoot up straight through it. I cannot speak today. But 1.9 is going to have these winged type things called elytras or elytras, I forget how they're pronounced, but they're really cool looking things, and with them you can glide and you can fly. And the thing is, I wanted to have a way to launch. My house is pretty tall, but you can't really fly far, and I was thinking of building a tower that reached up to the sky limit, because the sky in Minecraft really is the limit. And you would be up there and you would jump off and you would run and you would just soar through the sky wherever you wanted to go. But I was thinking that this could be one such place, a base, a tower you could use to climb to the top and jump off, and it would be awesome if there were other towers throughout the world like that. But dispersed throughout the world, there would have to be floating constructs that further on down would have something you could land on, and then you could climb up, or maybe go up with like a minecart elevator type deal, and you could then launch, so you could have like little jumping off points. And at that point it'd be pretty cool to see actual floating islands and stuff, and just decorate the skies with more. I may try to get Diesel Designs to put some airplanes in the sky along paths that may be frequented, but I think that whole thing would look pretty cool. So that's my plan for the near future, is to figure out where I can place another beacon and start building a tower right around that, centered around that, so that you can climb to the top and launch off. And it would also have a landing platform further on down from the very tippy top for people who were just coming in, and I still gotta finish closing this off and everything, but for people who were just coming in and they wanted to maybe use it as a waypoint. So anyway, that's my plans. That's my tentative plans, but I think it's something I'm going to do. I also need to do something about this, because this is no longer necessary since I now have stairs, and very decorative stairs at that. I'm thinking about maybe continuing this design over here instead of using all cobble. Cobble was kind of a... I think it was going to end up just being like a placeholder until I found something else more adequate, and I think this is pretty adequate using this kind of design. I probably won't do a pi thing. I'll probably say, like, do E or something like that. Not in here, good. Do something like that. Anyway, so that's going to be it for this episode. Just wanted to show off some work I was planning on doing and talk about some even further on plans. I don't know, do I like these down here? I like them down here on the stairs. They look cool enough on the stairs, but I don't know if I like them here. I'm going to wait till I add walls here and like a doorway or something like that before I make decisions about that. But I also got to clear out the ceiling and everything, which means I got to turn that beacon into... Hey, not haste. What is it? Yeah, it is haste. I got to turn that beacon into haste in order to see that happen. So, ooh, yay! Almost done growing. All of you, all wonderful things. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Mendic House, your plays have grown far too predictable. It's time to eliminate your pieces and wipe the board.
I was hoping to find the magician whom I saw in the magic orb. And since the orb comes from Dead City here, I thought that...